I recently moved into college as a freshman, excited but nervous about this new chapter in my life. My family helped me settle in, and I was assigned to a Jack and Jill dorm, a shared space where 4 people live, 2 in each room, connected by a single bathroom. I already knew one of the guys from orientation, so that was a relief. But my actual roommate, Deora, was a complete stranger. I had checked out his social media before moving in. His profile seemed odd, barely any posts, just anime profile pictures, and the kind of memes you'd expect from someone who spends too much time moderating Discord servers. I tried talking to him over Instagram before moving in, but his responses were dry, almost robotic. Then, I met him in person. Deora was thin, pale, with unkempt black hair and a peach fuzz mustache. His eyes always looked slightly sunken, like he barely slept. When I introduced myself, he barely spoke. His sentences were short, stuttered, and awkward. I thought, okay, maybe he's just introverted. But then, I started noticing the weird things he did. The first red flag was how he played video games. It wasn't just regular gaming. Whenever he was on his PS5, he would make weird grunting noises, shake violently, and even pull his feet up into his desk cabinet while playing. He whispered things to himself, repeating phrases twice in a giggly voice. It sent shivers down my spine. He never went outside, never did homework. He stayed in the dorm 24/7, barely speaking to anyone. And then, things got worse. One night, after hanging out with some friends, I returned to my dorm at 1 a.m. The room was dark, and I assumed Deora was asleep. I turned towards my cabinet to grab something when suddenly, I felt a chill crawl up my spine. A strange sensation, as if someone was watching me. I turned around. Deora was awake, lying in bed, staring directly at me. His eyes locked onto mine, unblinking, with a slight grin on his face. I jumped back. "Dude, what the hell? Why are you staring at me like that?" He didn't respond immediately. Then, in a soft, eerie voice, he said, "Dark time." And then, he turned over to face the wall. I barely slept that night. This happened 3 more times over the next few weeks. Always the same pattern. I'd come back late, and I'd find him just watching me in the dark, smiling. I tried reporting it, but the college said there were no empty dorms left, and I couldn't move out. I was trapped with him. 3 months passed. One evening, after my English class, I opened the dorm room door, and Deora shot up from his desk in panic. "Why are you back so early?" he stammered. I frowned. "Class actually ran late." "What are you talking about?" He froze, then suddenly struck a weird anime pose and said, "Nothing to worry about, friend." I cringed, but then I noticed something. A small cardboard box on his desk. "What's in the box?" I asked. He quickly pushed it aside. "It's nothing important." I felt uneasy, but then I realized something else. My iPhone charger, and my scissors were missing. "Dude, did you take my charger?" I asked. "Oh yeah, here." He handed it to me, but as he did, the charger wire accidentally knocked the box off his desk. The lid flipped open, and inside, my heart sank. A sticky note with my name on it, a pair of glasses, a pair of my socks, a photo of Mione I had taken as a joke, and worst of all, a small clear case filled with eyelashes. I froze. Deora scrambled to pick everything up, muttering something under his breath. I felt sick. I yelled at him, "What the hell is this?" But he just kept stammering excuses. I grabbed the box and shoved it into my laundry bin. I immediately texted my RA, resident assistant, explaining the situation. He told me he was out, but if I could keep the box as proof, he would have solid grounds to report Deora and get him kicked out. That night, I couldn't sleep. I knew Deora was still in the room. I could hear him whispering to himself. My heart pounded in my chest. At 2 a.m., I passed out from exhaustion. When I woke up, Deora was gone. I felt relieved until I remembered. The box. I rushed to my laundry bin. It was gone. My stomach dropped. I started searching, but it was nowhere in sight. And then, there was a knock at the door. It was my RA. I explained everything, but when I told him the box was missing, he hesitated. "Look, man, I believe you," he said, "but without proof, I can't do anything. It's your word against his." I felt like I was losing my mind. 5 hours later, Deora came back. I confronted him. "Where's the box?" He just smiled. "What box?" I snapped. "Stop playing dumb. Where did you put it?" But he just kept smiling, his eyes dark and unblinking. "I don't know what you're talking about. That was months ago. I'm still stuck rooming with him. I try to avoid the dorm as much as possible. He told me he would never do it again, but something in me knows he's lying. The worst part? I can't stop thinking about it. Why did he steal my photo? Why did he take my socks? What were the glasses for? And most disturbing of all, why the hell were there eyelashes in that box? I still don't have an answer. And that's what keeps me up at night.